Well, it's 31st of May. Just beat the rain packing up the tent and jumped into this tunnel that was just down from my campsite. Heading to Bologna. There goes the train. Heading to Bologna and then Mirandola, about 95k. Got showers around, hoping to get to a campsite that I found on Google. I actually had a pretty good sleep last night. I went to sleep at 10, got woken up by one train, which felt like maybe an hour later, and then I didn't hear another one. So either I slept through it because I was so exhausted, or they stopped running around 11 maybe. This is cool. Hope I can fit between these things. Damn, have to lift it. Look at that. These little climbs on this mostly downhill are pretty brutal. Had a couple of 15% climbs. They don't last very long, but it looks a lot easier on the profile, that's for sure. Oh, it's hard to get momentum this morning with these little sharp hills and traffic. I'm trying to go quick because it's a long day. I've got a headwind. I don't really know where I'm going to camp. How sketchy is this bridge? This guy doesn't even want to go on it at the same time as the other car. Oh, I'm missing so many turns today. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know if I got distracted by the horses and I didn't hear it, or... Now I've hit a gate, but I think I can go around it. Nothing's going right today. It's one of those days. I just know it's going to be one of those days. It's been a lot of cycleway this morning. Bit of terrible main road, but not too bad. Bit of single track. Haven't had a lot of this. Banana break. Stomach's grumbling already. You got to listen to it. If it needs carbs, give it carbs. There was an absolute rabbit warren of paths through that bit of forest there. Must have turned around 5 times. Well, I guess I'm in Bologna. Just got to get water, basically.
Bologna is a lively city celebrated for its rich culinary traditions, vibrant culture, and well-preserved medieval architecture. Renowned for its historic university, it exudes a youthful energy. Bologna's bustling markets, iconic towers, and the central piazza showcase its charm. As the birthplace of Bolognese sauce, the city offers a delectable journey through its food and a warm welcome to visitors exploring its authentic Italian atmosphere.
Oh my god, it's the first sign I've seen that says Eurovelo 7. It's amazing how a little sign like that can lift your spirits. But I got some water, some bananas, so time for a sandwich. Well, I've got to the farmland. I think it's pretty much farmland all the way to Lake Garda now. So there's gonna be a lot of nothing for a couple of days. A lot of just flat farmland. Eurovelo 7. That's me. These things are so good. It's like nuts and stuff covered in chocolate. Nice. I am loving this cycleway since I got out of Bologna. It's been great. I was expecting sort of little farm roads and headwind, but I'm sort of protected by the trees. So this is a win, this little cycleway. I jinxed myself again. As soon as I said that, I came out onto a little road Little farm road between wheat fields. Oh my god, it's true. I've heard of it, seen it on YouTube. Here's a little bike station, bike stop. Oh, you can charge stuff. They got chargers on the wall. Wow. They got a little bike tool station with multi-tools. They got a pump. Look at that. More power. Tables. I might just set up my tent right here on the concrete. I'm home. I made it. Ha! This is cause for celebration. Time for an energy bar. And the bike pit stop had water too, which I forgot to mention. So I've got full bottles again. Oh my god, it's another bike station. With solar panels, water, benches, bike tools, charging station. Oh man, things are looking up. You can really feel the difference in the heat coming off this black asphalt. It's amazing what a difference there is. Just come into another little town. I'm only about 12k from Mirandola. Well, I'm 3k out, nearly there. Best coat ever. Alright, I've put the campground into Google Maps on the way to check it out. Just praying that it's open. Well, it looks like I'm going to be in a hotel. I don't want to. €85, it's the cheapest. I don't know what that thing was. It says campground on Google. It's just a building in an industrial area. That's why I was so sketchy about it. I thought this doesn't look right at all. And it wasn't. Alright, did the grocery shopping, the old Euro spin, did it again. And on the way to the hotel, I'm just gonna bite the bullet. I'm in ground floor. I got the disabled room that's bigger, but it's the same price, €85 or yeah, €85. So I'm stoked. Well, I'm still in Mirandola. I think I have food poisoning. Tonight will be my third night. The first night I vomited and had diarrhea from 11 at night till about 5:30 in the morning. Literally didn't sleep the entire night. Spent the whole next day in bed and haven't been able to keep food down or water, and lost all my hydration. And I've just had breakfast, tried to eat 2 croissants and 2 pieces of toast, and I just want to see if that's going to stay down. I'm going to go to the pharmacy and get medication for diarrhea and vomiting, because I want to hit the road tomorrow, but if I can't retain energy, it's not a good idea to get back on the bike with just completely depleted. So I'm praying I can, this medication will let me hold the food down and the water, and I can get on my bike tomorrow. And if I can't get all the way to the camp I want to get to, I'll at least get to Mantua, hopefully 63k. It's 93k to the campground I want to get to, but I'll see how I go. I don't want to stay here any longer. I'm just so glad that I was in a hotel, because if I was camping and I was in this sort of condition, it would have been absolutely hell. Absolutely hell. So I can be thankful for that. Yeah, so keen to get back on the bike. Just want to get moving, keep going. Well, I've just pulled out to the front of my hotel. It's 6:30 in the morning. I'm feeling better, but not normal. But I'm holding food down. I haven't had any diarrhea or thrown up for 24 hours. Heading to Mantua, and then I can't remember the name of it. It's 93k. I've shortened it on commute by 14k, and gonna have a headwind, and it's supposed to rain. Well, it's definitely nice and quiet out on the road at 6:30 in the morning in Mirandola, however the hell you say it. I just got to remind myself that nothing lasts forever. Everything's dynamic, constantly changing, and the rain will go away eventually. I like to leave my prescription sunglasses on when it's cloudy and raining. Then I can see with more detail just how wet I'm getting. The worst thing right now is just my guts does not feel right. It was really hard to get food down this morning. Just oats with water and a banana. Couldn't even finish it. I had to tip it down the toilet. So it's just going to be hard to consume the energy I need, the calories I need to be able to burn. Hopefully by tomorrow I'm feeling better and I can consume food better. Because right now I do not feel right at all. It's really hard to get food down. I tried eating one of my bars and it was too sweet, too rich. Had to spit it out and chuck it out. And the smells around these farms are just horrendous when you got a crooked stomach. It's making me want to throw up. Well, I made it to Mantua. I managed to get a banana down, so I put the next route in to Pisteria. But I only need to go 30k to where I'm hoping I can camp. I feel like shit. Well, it should be a really nice cycleway all the way today. I remember seeing a YouTube video from Mantua to Pisteria, and it was cycleway all the way, thank God, and it'll be flat. I just caught my first sight of the mountains. The Alps are in the distance. Woohoo! The Alps are calling. I've made it to my town. I'm going to navigate to the campsite, see what happens, see if it's caravans only. Well, that was a win. They take tents and caravans, and they've got an undercover area. That's awesome. So now I can go get some groceries, go back to set up my tent. Brilliant. Got my groceries and heading back to set up my tent. It's only 3:30, so that's a win. I'm absolutely exhausted. Just feel depleted completely. Well, the woman bent over backwards to try and cater for me. She's given me this undercover area. She's also said I can have the indoor games room down through the door, but there's not enough breeze in there. So I've got this area down the end that's open at both ends. And I'm just gonna set up my tent in the middle because there's rain around. Got all my food, I can relax. That was an effort. That was a real effort. Running on empty. Well, I'm all set up with my tent. They even brought me a table and chair for me, just for me. They were so accommodating. It's really nice. I'm at Valeggio Sul Mincio, I think it is. And tomorrow I go to Lake Garda down to the end of the corner of Lake Garda to a town. But I feel terrible. Dehydrated and headache and just exhausted, depleted. I think it's just gonna take a few days at least to recover from this. But it is what it is. I've got to keep moving. That's all I can do is keep moving. Okay, route notes. Didn't have any problems with the route for these 2 days. This is where my camp was here at the town of Mazzabotto, and went through Bologna up to Mirandola and on to Mantua and Valeggio Sul Mincio up here. And this is mostly cycleway all the way. And in fact, from Bologna, it's mostly cycleway for all of the rest of the Eurovelo 7 all the way through the Alps. And this is actually easier riding than it is riding from Rome to Bologna. The Eurovelo 7 stops here at a town called Melnitz, and you can take the train under the mountain and keep going on the Eurovelo 7. There is a pass that the Eurovelo 7 route actually shows it going over, but I met locals who told me do not go that way with your touring bike. And he said he's only ever walked down the other side because it's that steep and you would have to carry your bike on your shoulder and try to hang on to the mountain with the other hand to get down. And he said, do not go that way. He suggested the Grossglockner Pass, and he said it's spectacular, and that's why I went this way and left the Eurovelo 7. And obviously the Stelvio Pass is not easy, and there's multiple 2,000 metre plus passes in the Dolomite region here. But all the Eurovelo 7 that goes up the middle here is very doable you don't have to be super fit. And you can take the train under the tunnel and then come out the other side, keep going on the Eurovelo 7 up to Salzburg. And it's way easier, that ride, than it is from Rome to Bologna. So if you want to ride the Alps and from the Italy side, you're best off flying to Rome, put your bike on the train to Bologna, and then you're on cycleway pretty much almost all the way through the Alps. And yeah, really good infrastructure north of Bologna. South of Bologna is very average cycling infrastructure, but the northern Italy is a lot better, really good.